Today was outdoor day, and as much as the rain shut us down halfway through, I think we had a pretty successful activity and had a pretty good time with the first years. I'm pretty sure the intention behind this exercise is to kind of really reinforce the saying, figure out what you want to do with them, and then from there figure out how the curriculum can support that. So I know we'll be working on this with Bob and needing to tie things to the curriculum, and I can already think of a number of ways I can tie it to our hairstyling curriculum in particular. Our game was blindfolded obstacle course, and we made sure that communication was kind of at the forefront of our activity. And it's interesting how we didn't have necessarily a super solid game plan for how we were going to run the activity. And so the first time we ran it, we realized, wait a second, we should change this, and this. So initially it was going to be a race. We used the monument that is just, I believe, north of Dillon Hall. There's a monument where there are pillars kind of in a mirror image, and there's a bench on either end, and so we essentially had two pairs going at the same time because the monument is a mirror image. And originally we were planning on having it a bit of a race to see who could kind of get to the finish line first. However, with there being cement pillars and a possible safety hazard, we said, scrap that, it's not a race, you don't win anything glamorous. And so that was something we had changed. Originally, we had stated that you could only have one hand on your bearings, if you will, to kind of guide you. But we soon discovered that the people that are blindfolded, they also heard our overall instruction of how to get through the course. And so they kind of just used one hand at a time and weaved through these pillars. And A, it wasn't entirely safe, and B, it took away from the need for communication. So the second time we ran it, we said, okay, who out of the group is a really good communicator? Okay, we're gonna keep you on our communication side. Are the others okay with being blindfolded? And so we had them step aside, the ones being blindfolded, so that they didn't hear essentially what was to be accomplished through the obstacle course, so that they weren't clued into that already. And we did say, instead of being able to hold on with one hand at any given time, that they actually are not allowed to hold onto the structures, but they were to have their hands kind of in front of them just to protect if they were to bump into something, don't want to hurt their face. So we changed that, and there was a lot more effective communication happening. Different teams used different methods. Some were saying, follow my voice. Some were being very, very descriptive in the motions. Found it really entertaining that one of the girls that was eager to be blindfolded let us know after she doesn't know left from right. So utilize this way or that way, which was really challenging for her partner, but they made it. And yeah, we had a really good time kind of going through the exercise. I definitely see a couple pitfalls. Once we were kind of into it, I realized if we have someone with a substantial hearing impairment, it's not an ideal exercise for them, or at least they wouldn't be a candidate for being blindfolded, because you can't take two of their senses away and expect their teammate to communicate with them where they should be going. So I saw that as a bit of a possible challenge in facilitating this particular activity. And then not only that, the fact that we use blindfolds in a post-pandemic world, is that okay to use the same blindfold on one person after another? So I really don't think that anyone was ill of any extensive nature. Like, I think everybody was in great health today. But that is just something that kind of crossed my mind. So, always thinking, always changing. I think it would be fun to do something like this with my students down the road. So I'll definitely keep it in my back pocket for later. So yeah, on that note, thanks for making us watch those videos a second time, because that song keeps getting stuck in my head. I'm not gonna sing it again because we're trying to break the cycle. Anyways, that's all for now. See you tomorrow, Tim.